President, your reaction to the story in The Atlantic that said that some of your top cabinet officials and aides have been discussing very sensitive material through Signal.
I'm not a big fan of The Atlantic. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time.
Why were those details shared on Signal, and how did you learn that a journalist was privy to the targets, the types of weapons used?
Nobody was texting war plans, and that's all I have to say about that. Nobody's texting war plans. And that's all I have to say about it. Nobody's texting war plans.
There were no classified or intelligence equities that were included in that chat group at any time. Defer to the Secretary of Defense, the National Security Council on that question.
You're the head of the intelligence community. You're supposed to know about classifications.
Do you know whether Pete Hegseth had been drinking before he leaked classified information?
I think that's an offensive line of questioning. The answer is no.
Someone made a big mistake and added a journalist. Nothing against journalists, but you ain't supposed to be on that thing.
Should Secretary Hegseth consider his position over the Signal?
Hegseth is doing a great job. He had nothing to do with this.
Do you trust the Secretary of Defense, or do you trust Jeffrey Goldberg, who is a registered Democrat and an anti-Trump sensationalist reporter? We are not going to be lectured about national security and American troops by Democrats and the mainstream media who turned the other cheek when the Biden administration, because of their incompetence, left 13 service members dead in Afghanistan.
Look, it's all a witch hunt. Here we are talking about some of the greatest business deals ever made, and you want to ask about whether or not Signal works. I don't know that Signal works. I think Signal could be defective, to be honest with you. Here's a man that I can tell you, he's a friend of mine, he's become a friend of mine, but he's a patriot more than anything else.
Just a thank you to the Doge team who are literally getting death threats and being accosted, and you know, these are, a lot of them are just kids.
There is a tremendous amount of fraud, and Elon, thank you for your partnership. Thank you for your team. You have uncovered so much fraud in our government, and we will prosecute you.
If they buy their oil from Venezuela, they have to pay a 25% tariff to do business with the United States. What we're going to be doing is a 25% tariff on all cars that are not made in the United States. I'm worried about our country more than anything else with respect to TikTok. And China is going to have to play a role in that. Maybe I'll give them a little reduction in tariffs or something to get it done.
Here at CCOT today and visiting this facility, if you come to our country illegally, this is one of the consequences you could face. But know that this facility is one of the tools in our toolkit that we will use if you commit crimes against the American people.
Early this morning, one of the top leaders of MS-13 was apprehended.
We're going to end sanctuary cities, and we may just end the entire thing altogether because it's just a way of protecting criminals.
Sanctuary cities are going to get exactly what they don't want: more agents in the community and more collateral arrests. You want to decrease the collateral arrests, you want to decrease the non-criminals, and let us in the damn jail.
A Turkish student in Boston was detained and handcuffed on the street by plainclothes agents. A year ago, she wrote an opinion piece about the Gaza war.
We revoked her visa. If you apply for a visa to enter the United States and be a student, and you tell us that the reason why you're coming to the United States is not just because you want to write op-eds, but because you want to participate in movements that are involved in doing things like vandalizing universities, harassing students, taking over buildings, creating a ruckus, we're not going to give you a visa.
You know, there was so much excitement around Usha's visit to Greenland this Friday that I decided that I didn't want her to have all that fun by herself, and so I'm going to join her.
Greenland is confused about the Second Lady and the National Security Advisor visiting this week. They're concerned that this is further provocation.
Well, not provocation. This is friendliness, not provocation.
How we doing? It's cold as here. Nobody told me. I've never been to Greenland. Apparently I'm the first vice president to ever visit Greenland. As you've heard, we have some interest in Greenland from the Trump administration.
You know, I haven't seen a mask in so long. You're wearing a mask. So nice of you. I haven't seen anybody wearing a mask in a long time. It's good. You feel more comfortable, right? Good. That's good. We're going to go to somebody that's really the rage right now. She's the youngest ever White House press secretary, Caroline Leavitt. They said, sir, she's just too young. And I said, I don't know about that. She did awfully good because she did it during the campaign and she was awfully good. Autism, you see it all over. 1 in 20,000 children. Now it's 1 in 36 children. What the hell is that all about? There's something out there and we got to find it.